So my piece of advice to startup founders, when you are planning your KPIs and doing all of your financial projections, it's a good idea to actually have 3 versions. You have the ambitious version, which is always good to give to your sales team, for example, to try and, boost the targets and create a nice, healthy, competitive atmosphere. And then you want to have the lowest worst case scenario. So like, what's the least we could survive as a company with? And then the reality is going to be somewhere in between those two. And that's probably the one that you want to show to your investors, because investors want to see ambition, but it also needs to be realistic. And I think that's one of the benefits that I had from coming from both sides, having been a startup founder myself and having to learn from scratch, because I don't come from a finance background, how to do those financial models, because I'm not a numbers person, which is kind of funny now that I work in venture capital, a people person. But yeah, I had a really good financial advisor, and he taught me this method of having the 3 models. And, you don't show all the models to all parties. You show your investors the one that you can realistically obtain, and then you keep the worst case scenario private for you and your co-founders. No one else needs to know the worst case scenario. Yeah. And I think this can be one way to kind of like avoid failing to meet expectations of your investors.
And I guess educated guess is the best definition, because at the beginning, especially a startup, they work with such a passion that for them, everything seems to be achievable. They have the motto of rock the boat by definition. Otherwise, they won't be engaged in the startup ecosystem.